Before one foot crosses the Jordan, the Creator draws the map. Numbers 34 is not a geographical footnote, it is a declaration. The Creator himself defines the borders of the land he promised: north, south, east, west. Every boundary line decreed before Israel sets a single one. If the Creator cared enough to define the borders of a nation's inheritance in detail, he cares enough to define yours. Let's look at Numbers chapter 34, verses 1 through to 2. Creator speaks directly to Moshe. Command the children of Israel and say to them, when you enter the land of Canaan, this is the land that shall fall to you as an inheritance. Not if you enter, when. The inheritance is already decided. The Creator is not offering a possibility. He is defining a certainty. The border follows the promise, not the other way around. Verse 3 to 5. The southern boundary runs from the Salt Sea westward through the wilderness of Tzin, along the edge of Edom. It swings past the ascent of Akrabim, down toward Kadesh-Barnea, and traces the Wadi of Mizraim, the Brook of Egypt, all the way to the Mediterranean. Kadesh-Barnea appears in this border, the same place where an entire generation chose fear over faith and forfeited 38 years. Now it marks the edge of the inheritance. Creator doesn't erase what happened there. He includes it in the boundary anyway. Some of the hardest places in your story become the borders that define where you now stand. Now the western and northern borders. The western border is simple. The Great Sea, the Mediterranean itself, that is the boundary. The northern border is more detailed. From the Mediterranean, it runs east through Hor Ha-Har. This is a different mountain than where Aaron died. Same name, different location. From there, it continues to Levo-Chamat, east to Sidad, then to Ziphron and Chatzer-Einan. The Creator draws the upper boundary of what belongs to Israel. Everything within this ring is theirs. Not by conquest yet, not by treaty, by His word. The eastern border. The eastern boundary descends from Chatzer-Einan southward through Shepham along the eastern shore of the Sea of Kinneret, the Sea of Galilee, and continues south along the Yarden River, all the way back to the Salt Sea. This is the land. These 4 lines define it. Not a diplomat's negotiation, not a general's campaign strategy. A declaration from the Creator spoken before the first battle. Know what has been given to you before you know you go to take it. Moshe announces now the 9.5 tribes. Moshe announces this is the land that will be divided by lot among 9.5 tribes. The Creator has commanded it for them. The reason it is 9.5, not 12, is stated plainly. The 2.5 tribes of Reuben, Gad, and half of Manasseh have already received the inheritance east of the Jordan. That was settled in Numbers 32. Their fighting men will stand cross over to fight alongside the rest of Israel, but their families and their portion are already established. Every tribe is accounted for. Not one is overlooked. All right, we look at verses 16 through to 29, where men were appointed to divide the land. The Creator now names the 2 leaders who will oversee the distribution: Eleazar the priest, son of Aaron, now wearing his father's garments, and Yehoshua ben Nun, who will lead Israel into Canaan after Moshe. Then 1 leader from each of the 9.5 tribes. So from Yehuda, Kalev ben Yefuneh, the same Kalev who stood against 10 fearful spies 40 years earlier. He outlasted a generation of fear Faithful men outlast faithful women. From Shimeon, Shemel ben Amihud. From Benjamin, Eridad ben Kison. From Dan, Uki ben Yokte. From Menashe, Kanel ben Ephod. From Ephraim, Kemel ben Shiftan. From Zebulun, Elitzaphan ben Parma. From Issachar, Paltiel ben Azan. From Asher, Achiud ben Shnup. From Naphtali, Pedahel ben Amihud. 12 names, each one called by the Creator for a specific assignment in a specific moment. The Creator doesn't just promise a destination, He defines the borders. He appoints the leaders, He calls the right people by name for the right assignment at the right time. Kalev was faithful at the edge of the land 40 years ago. He is still here, still new, still receiving assignment. If you have been faithful in a season no one's agreed, your name is still being kept. Comment below which border of your inheritance are you standing at right now. I'm Asa, and this is Torah Sax Studio, and we study the word verse by verse through scripture.